Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also follow me on Instagram at YBSpeaks. And child, you already know TikTok is here, bitch. At least for now. So go over there and follow me at YBSpeaks. I'm in the process of kind of like cleaning up that platform. Later on down the road, I'm going to be putting forth some much needed effort to have that platform be dedicated to the things of those things. Truth and justice. Okay? Because like I said before, girl, if given the opportunity, hello, God, I'm going to do my best to treat the platform a lot better so that I too can eat. Hello, God, I'm ready to eat, girl. Let them eat cake, bitch. I'm ready to eat cake, cookies, hello, God. Not crumble cookie, because, girl, don't nobody want a mouthful of dust, okay? And I don't drink milk, so, bitch, nothing to wash it down with. No, ma'am, Pam. Anyway, it is early in the morning. Another morning workout is upon us. I'm waiting for this pre-workout to kick in. So I decided let's just come over here and talk some Shiat. Okay? Until the blood and the energy and the spirit floweth. Hello, God. Okay? I really didn't want much, but I did want to kind of like run my mouth about some shit. There's a lot of chaos and confusion being sown in our country right now. And for it to be 2025 and a lot of people just seem to not actually be able to catch a lot of the foo-la-la. You guys kind of just like feed into it, causing more chaos and confusion. And I think what most of it really is, and I hate to be this brutally honest, but let's just tell the truth. I think a lot of people are stupid. A lot of people are dumb. And you only react to what you see clips of or whatever the headline is without doing any research whatsoever. And it's 2025, and I find it ridiculous that we are still reactionary, hello, God, instead of being preemptive. How you can be preemptive, that way you're not looking crazy like Boo Boo the Fool. That way you're not over here, you know, scrounging around for bites of knowledge, bites of wisdom, bites of facts that are riddled with misinformation, hello, God, the opinions of fools. Just because it sounds good, they articulate shit well, doesn't necessarily mean that they're correct in whatever the fuck it is they're spewing out of their mouth, right? I notice in this country, you got a lot of dumb bitches. And it's mostly not all of your fault because we have a trash education system. Our media outlets are governed by the same people that try to suppress much needed, required, and desired information. Hello, God. people tell half-truths, and everything else is just laced up with foolishness, toxicity, trash, and again, misinformation, in an effort to create and build and push their own fucking narrative to guide the conversation in their favor. Because again, the masses know that we've created multiple generations of idiots, people that are lazy as fuck, who won't go forth, that won't boldly go, hello gone, to the nearest search engine, the nearest book, the nearest fact-checking site. Again, if we just lace it up with things that sound good, sound intelligent, hello gone, essentially they're just playing dress up. They'll believe us. And that's exactly what's happening. The world is literally losing, well, the nation, not the world. This country is literally losing its fucking mind over things that the president really has no legal authority over. Bitch, how much power do you think a president actually has? We can call Donald Duck a dictator all day long, right? But the fact of the matter is, this is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. Democracy means what? Again, the people rule. Things have to be voted in, especially when we're talking about the U.S. Constitution, the document that founded the protocol, hello God, for the organization, hello God, of governance over this land, right? Over the people. How we set forth and manage, hello God, every fucking thing. The U.S. Constitution is one of the most legally binding documents in our history. So to really sit here and think that a president has the power to circumvent that is preposterous. And it goes to show that a lot of y'all know nothing about government. You know nothing of the Constitution. You know nothing of the political atmosphere. You know nothing about what a democracy actually is. And moving into presidency, y'all really do, just because they say it's the highest seat in the world, no, honey, it's the highest seat in this country. But moreover, the presidency is really just a really nice trench coat to wear. It's a signifier of power. It is a character. It is a position. It is a symbol. But it does not wield the power that you think that it does. Okay? Because, girl, y'all got to get it together, because y'all are really showing your retardation. A lot of stuff is happening right now all at once in a short period of time. We know that chaos breeds confusion. Hello, God. With knowing that, and with knowing how, girl, y'all gotta watch some Scandal. Do we have to go back and watch Scandal? And I know that it's fiction, but really think about Scandal in this manner. If I throw up so many dust clouds, it's gonna be hard for you to see. You're gonna panic. You're going to allow you're going to allow fear to take over. Hello, God. You're going to be confused. You're going to be dazed. to the point where you just start going left, right, up, down, everywhere. You lose the foundation that keeps you firm, calm, collected. Don't you think that's what this situation is really about doing? Knocking you off of your pivot to the point where you're just out here making some fucked up random mistakes. Living in irrational ass type of fears. Soaking up all of this misinformation to serve the greater purpose of what these people are setting forth to do. Girl, please. There comes a time where we have to really pay attention. And especially when you have a lot of chaotic ass shit going on around. When you notice that there's a whirlwind of fuck shit, hello God, that you got hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes and wildfires and volcano eruptions, bitch. Hell is coming down. Hello God. Thunderstorms, lightning, bitch, all the things, girl. Needed, required, and desired to take you off of your focus. You're only focused on the danger. You're focused on the fear. But you notice if you fly high above, shout out to Candy Burris, Tucker, bitch. You fly above all the drama. When you fly above it, there's a sense of calmness, a sense of stillness that is bestowed upon you, because now you are above it all. You're away from it all to the point where now you can observe without all of these erratic emotions dictating how you're going to react to it all. You're calm, you're at peace, and now you can judge what you really need to be focused on. It's easier now to pinpoint the actual issues and problems that are causing this storm. And sometimes a storm, hello God, is designed purposefully to keep your focus off what's actually really happening around you. We talk about this a lot on this platform. And girl, sometimes I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. But I'm going to continue to speak truth and justice, girl, period. Because even in your own life, you have to ask yourself, girl, it's a conspiracy. The chaos and confusion is a lot of times a conspiracy to have you lose your mind. That way you're not able to see the forest through the trees because you're running wild with emotion. You're being, again, reactionary. Don't you find it funny that all of this stuff is happening at once? And again, in such a short period of time? Calm yourselves. Sit back. Observe. And do some fucking research. Do we not forget that states have their own individual powers as well? Hello, God. One thing I do find interesting about learning a little bit more about, and I'm going to read more into birthright citizenship. You know, the 14th Amendment is one of the things that the girls are trying to overturn. So apparently, I guess originally that amendment was created to protect the children of slaves. And I guess since then, girl, you know, everybody else has been taking advantage of it. You know, I got to do more research on that, right? But I did find that kind of interesting. So you're saying that everybody has been benefiting, yet again on our African ancestors without our African ancestors getting the credit that they, you know, that they deserve. I have so many thoughts about that, to be honest with you. You know, I felt like everybody does everything other than reparations, girl. We stole you from your land. We beat your children into submission after hundreds of generations, girl. Let's just tell the truth. 500 years? Probably longer. Let's tell the truth. Well, the least we can do is, you know, let your kids be a citizen. What you looking at? Don't look at me. Get your ass on. Goof troop looking ass. Yeah, girl. That's the problem with that's. And then there's a conversation that Native Americans are here illegally. Girl. White people, your ancestors were here illegally. Therefore, you are here illegally. Whenever you storm a land of people, hello God, whenever you come through, you conquer, you are here illegally. Your ancestors were here illegally. And let's just tell the truth. Since we want to carry the burden of the ancestor down to the descendant, should we be holding you currently, hello God, for the crimes of your ancestors towards our ancestors? Tell the truth. Crimes against humanity. You know I love that shit. That's my shit. Crimes against humanity, girl. Yes, God. You know who? You know what race of people have always been here first around the world globally? I was watching a documentary not too long ago, and the documentary just was talking about how it's funny how the Japanese, it's funny how the Indians, the Native Americans, white people, Europeans, like everybody, Chinese, you know, the Filipinos, girl, all of these different races and cultures and shit, right? If you dig up their history, their ancestors are also Africans. And I feel weird having this conversation all the time because it makes me feel like a dumb bitch. Because I feel like if we look at the first place, the first civilizations, records show that humans dwelled on this earth, came from one place, birthed and reached and touched different places throughout this globe. Where did it all start from? Africa. And who do we know that originated in Africa? People of color, Africans. So I find it funny that we still got to have these arguments. Who was where first? Black was first. The givers of life, the bringers of civilization, the creators of all things. You wonder why the girls are out here trying to whitewash Black history, trying to twist, you know, the truth, why they want to hinder, hello God, people of color and progress, why, you know, there's this big conversation that goes around about our place in the world. And again, ask yourself this question. I talked about this a long time ago. When you see that a group of people, right, have spent damn near millennia to whitewash, to hide, to bury, by any means necessary, by hook or crook, hello gone, to cover up and to create, fabricate history. And again, history will show that there's been this incessant need to beat down and to corrupt and to belittle and to go as far as saying that people of color are not human beings. Black people, Africans are not human beings. Why do you think that? Why do you think that they spent so much energy? There was so much vitriol for the African. The only reason there's ever that kind of effort is because there's something important there. Hello, God. Because if we listen, if we held on to the word of a white person, let's just tell the truth. It's not about being racist. It's about telling the truth. History shows how white people try to eradicate the very real truths of this world to fit, to benefit their narrative. The only thing that is true about white folks is their incessant need to conquer, to rule over, by any means necessary. Slavery, death, fear, all the things. And I want to say this too. You know, black people, we got to really stop this whole turning of the cheek bullshit. And we got to ask ourselves another very real truth. Why do you think that Master and the girls, Master and the white supremacy girls, why do you think that the only thing they wanted our ancestors to be educated on was the Bible, was some type of Christianity religion? Why do you think that was so? Because the Bible taught a lot of shit about slavery, obeying your masters and all that other shit, right? And it also talks a lot about turning the other cheek, having forgiveness for your enemies, and blah, blah, blah. And one thing I've noticed throughout my time in this life, growing up black, is that black people, especially black people in the church, you have this weird kind of like cult-ass vibe when it comes to, oh, you gotta forgive your enemies, you gotta blah, blah, blah. It's heavy on that. Real heavy on that. To the point where you'll sit here and allow your child to be subjected to sitting across from the family molester. Let's just tell the truth. It's all about forgiveness. Who are we to judge? Who are we to condemn? Turn the other cheek. Ask yourself. That's white supremacy, girl. I'm going to take it a step further. Do you know why the police were created? They were originally created because when slavery was abolished, white peoples felt that, damn, now that they're free, we're afraid that, bitch, the ex-slaves are going to come back and do harm to us. They're going to treat us like we treated them. That's the original reason that police were created. Out of fear that our ancestors would do unto them as they done unto us. And then when we fit that into the whole bullshit that the Bible spews, forgive this and forgive that, and then again, it's always black people throughout history. You gotta forgive. You gotta forgive. No. Y'all ain't finna play with me. Y'all ain't playing with my intelligence, girl. You're not gonna play with me. Because Because I find that real hard to believe. Love thy neighbor, even when they do all of this bullshit to you. Girls. And what's crazy too is us black people, the majority, especially the Bible thumpers, girl, the way in which y'all go up, let us count the ways, bitch, that y'all decide to go up for that bullshit. If Master caught your ancestors, hello God, reading a book other than, learning something other than the Bible that promoted their white Jesus, that promoted this whole forgiveness attitude, right? That submissive behavior has definitely trickled down to us. And I get so tired of seeing that shit. Because what do we have to show for all of this so-called forgiveness? Nothing. Meanwhile, these people can sit around here and reign supreme over the girls and continue on their slave-ass bullshit. We still begging for change. We still begging for a seat at the table. We still begging for existence, survival, hello God, recognition. When you, they coming to get me, girl. Ooh, girl. I want y'all to really think about that. And I really want y'all to get into the real bag of all the things that they did to us. Being chained, being beaten, raped, killed. Girl, hands were being chopped off, feet were being chopped off, girl. Whipped. We're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Because the white man have this complex that they own us. Remember, in this country, we were considered property, not human beings, worthy of basic rights. And to this day, the way in which people will show up and love on animals before they will love on a human being just because of the color of their skin, girl, it's crazy to me. And with what we're seeing with how we are still being treated to this day, the fact that we have not seen the forest through these trees, girl, to the point where we band together, all we're doing is doing exactly what they want us to do, which is fight amongst each other, killing each other, dragging each other. Shit, who needs white supremacy to kill us off when we're doing it for them? Do y'all not understand that the way in which y'all are holding on to this Project 2025 shit, there are manuscripts, there are, what's the word I'm looking for? There are planners. I know there's a word for, what's the word? I forget. You know how cult leaders have like a manifesto on this stuff has been embedded in the human experience since Adolf Hitler, as much as we hate him, like the way in which he was able to galvanize people, that wasn't something that just happened overnight. That was learned. There are writings on how to be oppressors, successful oppressors. There are studies that are done. Why do you think, let's tell the truth, why do you think a lot of scientists back in the day were collecting black people, doing research on their brain, their everything? We ain't never heard nobody in history collecting white folks to study them. Why? Because they were oppressors. They were oppressed. 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 They because there's nothing fascinating about them. There's something fascinating about black people to the point where they wanted to control, they wanted to learn more about how can we bring this amazing subject to heal. We heard a little bit if we let the sickly ass RFK in this Senate hearing, girl, congressional hearing, whatever it's called, sit up here and talk about how, now don't quote me on this, I just listened to a little bit of it, how black people, our genetic makeup is different than white people's, so certain vaccines and medications or whatever the hell will affect us a lot differently. Basically confirming that we are a lot healthier than our white counterparts are. And to this day, it seems as if white people are very fascinated with the black body, the black mind, the black spirit. So I say this again, ask yourself this question: why does it seem like only people of color for centuries on centuries on centuries have been hunted, have been studied, and have been oppressed in such a way that's so diabolical? Hello, God. Very mad scientist vibes. There's something within us that they seek to harness. They seek to understand. They seek to duplicate within themselves, but obviously it's not working. Back in the day, why did they feel the need to test the pain threshold of black women? I have so many questions about that. Don't y'all find that funny though? And then go through all the hard work to subjugate, enslave, but yet take the time out, the resources, the money to study us. We're these creatures, right? You equated us to fucking monkeys, for crying out loud. If that's the case, why the research? Why so much investment, hello God, into black? So I say all of that to say this, girl, we are special. Hello, God. We are powerful beyond any type of measure. And whether we fully understand or comprehend what that means, just the simple fact that we have all of the proof that I just pointed out to you says a lot behind the motives and the intentions. All these white people are doing is they're doing what they've always done. And you got to recognize the signs, because again, they're bold enough now where they don't give a fuck about hiding it anymore. Patterns, hello God, of behavior are to the point where you can catch everything now. They're showing you the hand. And that's a great disrespect to us, because now that they don't care about hiding it anymore, and they haven't hidden this shit in many years now. They don't care. Girl, you can put your camera up on these cops. Girl, you can sit here at these medical conferences and record the foolishness coming out of these people's mouths. You can sit up here, have a whole public hearing at the U.S. fucking Capitol. They don't care. You know why they don't care? Because they're rooting on our idiocy, our naivete. It's a big slap in the face, and and they laugh at us continuously because we're not doing shit about it. All we're doing exactly what they've been wanting us to do, arguing amongst each other instead of taking the fight to them. where it needs to, where it should always have been. Girl. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. Like, y'all already know, after the workout, I'm probably gonna come up with another video. That was just on my mind and on my heart and on my spirit to talk about, because like, I'm just so sick of, again, girl, when it's a chaotic frenzy, take a deep breath and step the fuck back. Hello, God. You will see clearly now that the rain is gone, bitch. Ask yourself, like, what is all of this chaos for? It's for a reason. It's intentional. It's so that we keep our eyes off the prize, that we keep our eyes off of the very real truth. And again, we find ourselves in a state where they no longer care about hiding how they feel, what they intend to do to us. Girl, as soon as these people, I'm gonna leave on this note, as soon as these people said, girl, these old decrepit white men said, we want to control women's bodies, the birth rates are down. In 20 motherfucking years, there's going to be way more black and brown children in this country than there will be white people, because white women said, girl, please, let's tell the truth. White women, 9 times out of 10, plan their pregnancies. People of color, we don't. Let's tell the truth. They have created an environment where, girl, it's the ghettos, the hoods, the projects, honey, the bitches on welfare, the bitches that are cooped up. They got us on all these medications. They got us feeling beaten down, abused, honey, dusted and disgusted. We need a release. And 9 times out of 10, that release is physical. Sex. Out here breeding like goddamn rats. Not white women. White women, 9 times out of 10, they plan their shit. They plan their families based on what they can afford 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying for all, but that's the majority. When they saw those statistics, when they saw those numbers, when we talk about white supremacy, that scared the leaders of white supremacy, the framers, the creators of white supremacy. How are we going to reign supreme in our whiteness if there's no more white children being born? And it's not even helpful, too, when these white women want to lay down with our black men. So what do we got to do to reduce the numbers of black men? Continue doing what they've been doing, arresting, killing, hello God, making black men non-fertile. Hello God. Remember all those years ago, they're experimenting on black men? What do you think all that was actually for? I don't know the truth. But I can easily surmise that y'all was trying to do some shit to either make black women non-fertile or black men non-fertile. Or altogether, let's eradicate the black male existence. Because let's tell the truth, not many white men find black women attractive on that level. Because back then, there was more of a fetish thing. Let's tell the truth. So let's control these birth rates. Let's force these white women to give birth to white babies. Because we'll be damned if we allow black and brown people to reign supreme in 20 motherfucking years. These are going to be your new judges, your new lawyers, your new medical professionals. These are going to be the kids that are going to grow up to be in big seats of power. Your Congress, your Senate, your representatives, girl, your presidents. Once they, again, I'm going to go back real quick and we're going to end it because I know this is long. And this pre-workout is actually activated, girl. Hello, God. When you notice that these people wanted to control women's bodies That was the intention. That's the motivation. Those are the reasons why. No, that is the reason. That's the main reason why. And what kills me even further is that, again, this is a democracy, right? So they say. And we allow all of this shit to happen to us. So are we a democracy? Do we live in a dictatorship? Like, y'all gotta let us know. You can't sell us on this whole, you know, your vote matters. You can't sell us on this whole, like, okay, y'all, the people rule. When you got Donald Duck sitting out here doing everything he feel like he can do. You got these people moving in such a way as if, girl, we don't even matter. Girl, anyway, I'm going to end it on this. Do your own research. You know, really dig deep. Ask the tough questions. Stop relying on sound bites, clips of shit, headlines of shit to be your guiding light into what they're trying to propose to be the truth. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not. There's more to it than what these bitches will ever let on to. And if you pay close attention to a lot of the shit that they are publicizing, like this government right now, right? We're worried about everything else other than helping the American people. Now look here, I'm all for a nasty piece of audit on taxpayer dollars and where they're going. I'm not against that at all. Because maybe it's about time. But if we're gonna do that, we know publicly that the Pentagon has been misappropriating funds for many, many years. They failed their audits. We're talking about billions, if not trillions of dollars, hello God, that have came up with no direction on where it's going. So you want to look into federal programs and federal aid and blah, blah, blah. I get it. So, but what are you going to do in terms of really cracking down on where the big spending is going, and ain't nobody got no receipts or answers on, okay, girl, what happened to these funds? Is it because the government actually knows where those funds are going? Black site groups? Hello, God. Shit that was approved behind closed doors? Y'all still have yet to really answer those questions on where those funds are being directed. And that's taxpayer money. That's a lot of taxpayer money. We're talking about years and years and years. Every single year, their budget gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But when they get audited, there's no paper trail showing where that money or how that money was spent. And that is taxpayer dollars too, correct? So while we're out here, and I get it, audit everything. Everything that has to do with taxpayer funds. Girl, anywhere you could have parked, you park right here. That's just a sign that it's time to go. But yeah, just some food for thought. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a dessert. A midnight snack. Hello, God. And after you get done with that, take you an enema, bitch, because you're going to need to flush it out of your system, because when you realize the level of toxic trash that it really is, you're going to need that release of the bowels, because actually it's just nothing but a bunch of bullshit they trying to cover up and claim it to be real shit. Anyway, y'all be blessed, never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth. Yeah, take care. Bye.